All right, everybody, welcome to Chad's Home. Today we are with Sin Passion. What's up, guys? Thanks for driving out.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Of course, yeah. So I wanted to kick off with the tour you guys just did, playing in Mexico. Was that one of the big goals for the band when you started? And how was it over there?
When I started making music, like my dream was to tour, like was my end goal. I wanted to see the world through music. So we made it happen. It was really cool. It's a different scene, different types of fans. I liked it a lot.
What is the difference? Like, can you tell that it wasn't, that you weren't playing in California? Like, was the crowds pretty different?
Yeah, I think personally, and I just think this is a fact, but I could be wrong. I just feel like Mexican fans are more dedicated to the bands that they fall in love with than American fans. There's more of a sense of like feeling attached to that artist. And I don't know, because there was even like one kid specifically at a show came up to me and he like only came to see us and wanted me to explain one of our songs to him. And it was just like, it's like, it just seemed interesting. And it's something I've never experienced out here. No one has ever had me explain my song to them.
Oh, wow.
That being a concern of theirs. So that proved more my theory that I think their fans are more involved with the artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was really cool being in a different country and like they were still singing the words.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, definitely. Where did you guys play? Were they just kind of small like rock venues, or was it bars, or like how? Like, what is even the music scene in? Because it was Mexico City and Tijuana, correct? Yeah. Like, what were the vibes of the actual venues?
Yeah, the Tijuana scene. It's kind of like there's not many venues you could play at, but we played at one called the Mustache, where it's like most bands when they go through TJ, it's where they play. Unless you're really big, then you play. I think it's called the Black Box. Mm-hmm. So it was cool. TJ was chill. We didn't get like a full experience of TJ because we did play on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. It was like we squeezed it in because we were gonna fly to Mexico City on a Friday. But Mexico City that venue was very interesting. It was like, I don't know how it
had like an underground vibe of all this tagging everywhere. But I don't know, it was like really exclusive too at the same time.
It was industrial. It was like an industrial place. They had like these big pillars. There was graffiti everywhere. They have this like area where they do underground raves. So like even on the other side, I got to like get a little tour of it. There's just like this very like industrial place. It was cool.
They had a skate shop. They had a pizza shop. They had a cool little bar. But then they weren't really allowing like photography. They're being really selective with, like, if you brought your camera in.
Yeah. And did you tour with another band, or was it just you three?
It was just us.
Wow.
It was us, and then he booked people at the venues.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just did research and just found different cool bands, some that I knew, and just hit them up, see if they were down to play.
Nice. And then you came back to a sold-out show at the Smell, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that? That's crazy. I don't think I've been to a sold-out show at the Smell.
That was
awesome.
insane.
Yeah, it was really awesome because like there was a lot of things going on that day. So I was like, dang, I wonder if people were gonna like pull up, because they have different options. Ceremony was playing literally right down the street. They just dropped an album.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then when I pulled up into the alley at the Smell, I saw these kids outside, and I was just like, let's fucking go.
There was a festival the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, Via Pomona was the same day.
Oh, right.
So we were literally going up against like a lot of our fans would also want to go to that type of thing.
Right. And Vertigo Volumes, they were throwing a show at the Constellation Room.
Yeah.
And they kill it with every show they throw.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big night, and then to see the turnout was amazing. Mm-hmm. But also even with that show, like the bands, we just made sense to play together. So I knew that a lot of people were like getting all these bands they really liked in one night. They weren't gonna pass up on that specifically. Playing with like Mexican Slum Rats and like Loverboy Rando and Sad Park. We all have very similar demographic.
Right.
So it just worked out.
Yeah. Sad Park's one of my favorites. They came on the show before too. They're awesome.
Yeah.
And do you guys? Well, I guess this is more a question for you, but do you prefer the kind of the rock alternative crowds to like back in your DJ like Cloud9 days types of crowds?
Yeah, I do, because I was really young, and it was like when I was DJing, I don't know, I was a different person then. And just as right now, I do love the scene right now with the band and how it feels. Because, when you're DJing, unless you produce like a track that has lyrics, then people would know your stuff. But this more so people come to see you for your original work. Where when you're DJing, is they just want to make sure that you play songs that make them dance, and that's all they're really worried
Right.
about. So I do prefer this. It's more personal.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that, you have been very vulnerable as a band and just, talking about being open with your struggles with anxiety and love and depression. And so it gives people who are going through that kind of a solace to, like, feel better and connect with those things. So I think that makes them connect a lot deeper to that type of music. Has that been pretty cathartic for you as well when you're writing music? Like, is this being in this band and touring now internationally, does it make you feel better getting that expression out?
Yeah, it does. I mean, because your first question about it being like a cathartic experience, writing this stuff, that's definitely the case, because when I write these songs, it's usually like during a moment of catharsis. So it's like when I'm writing and they're coming out of me, and it's in a moment when like I'm really overwhelmed emotionally. So then when I put it on paper, I feel better just allowing myself to get that out of my system. But then it kind of like it resurfaces when I perform sometimes, especially when I know that people are connecting to it.
Yeah.
Then it causes me to feel that same feeling again, but it's okay. Like, I don't know, like, because after a show, even a show where I don't feel that things went that well, I still feel a lot better than I did before I got there.
Nice.
So it's definitely helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Like, this band is really, like, expressing myself musically is super important for my mental health. Like,
yeah. And do you prefer the writing process over playing live shows for that catharsis? Or do you think they're both kind of similar?
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. They're totally different. I wouldn't pick one over the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because live shows, you're feeding off other people's energies, and then when I'm writing, it's just me locked in my room, coming to terms with what I'm feeling. So it's two different things.
Yeah, I hear you. And do you guys write as well? Because I know you sing on I Kept You Warm Inside This Home, right?
Yeah.
Did you write that track, or is that?
Yeah. I also write my own music, but yeah.
Okay, nice. So why was that a Sin Passion song? Or how did that kind of come to be?
That's kind of how like me and Joe started playing together. We were trying to do different things, branching out, and we just liked that track. And then Joe at that time was already starting Sin Passion with Dylan, so it just kind of naturally fit that we should just.
Got it. Okay, very cool. So yeah, the new song, the first song written in Spanish, right? La Vida No Retoña. What's that? It's Life Doesn't Grow?
It's almost like you could say life doesn't come again.
Okay.
It's, because the retoña aspect, I got that from like plants. So it's like sprouting almost, like life doesn't resprout or something along those lines.
Okay.
Makes more sense in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like pretty much you have one life. Like
once
you're dead, you don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that a driving force for you think? Like just that like examining your mortality and just kind of keeping that in your awareness?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not like, I always feel weird when I say this out loud, but like I think about death like all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like a common theme in my life. Like reminding myself that I'm gonna die allows me to do things that I'm afraid to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or like it allows me to take risks in a healthy way, like something like, I wouldn't do that because I'm afraid. It's like, but what's the point of being afraid if you're gonna die? Then what is it gonna matter when you're dead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that. I feel the exact same, and not in like a nihilistic way of like, oh, nothing matters because I'm gonna die. It's kind of the opposite.
I sometimes am in a nihilistic way though.
Okay.
Depending on the day, I will have like it'll vary from like an existential philosophy to a nihilistic philosophy. Just depends on what day and how I feel.
Yeah. Do you guys have similar feelings about just like?
No, not necessarily. There's this time when we were coming back from Mexico and we were in San Diego. There's a certain thing that I was talking about. I asked him, I was like, do you think I should hit this person up? And I was like, no, I probably shouldn't. He's like, dude, like, think about it. Like, when you die, that really won't matter, so just do it anyways, you know?
Yeah. That's good. It's good advice.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of like, I didn't really give the full background of that.
Yeah,
but,
that makes sense.
It depends. Yeah.
So, do you want to write more music in Spanish?
Yeah, we have another Spanish single coming up, but it probably won't come out for a while. We played it all tour, but we pulled it back out of our sets.
we want to restructure it some more.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It will come out probably mid 2020 or something.
Yeah. And is that how kind of the songwriting process goes? Like you'll start something and then you guys will all kind of structure it in the room while you're jamming?
It
and practicing?
varies, but a lot of the times a song just sparks up and we'll just make a song like that day.
Mm-hmm.
And if we like it, we just refine it like the next practice, and more than likely that'll be the song.
Oh,
But there's sometimes where we'll jam and we'll sit on it and then we'll come back, play it again, sit on it, and then probably finish it.
Nice.
Yeah, but kind of how like the fact of that catharsis that can happen when writing songs. Sometimes like I'll just write a song, and then I present it, and then that song will cut in line of everything else. We could have all these songs that like, oh, we're gonna release this next, but I could write a song, like our next single that kind of did that. Like it was extremely brand new, and
That one came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, and within 2 weeks we had it written, recorded, and everything. So, and that one, and we have so many songs right now that could have came out, but this song just jumped all of them, and it's gonna come out next because it just made the most sense.
Dang. Is that the one I saw Vertigo Volumes tweet that like you guys sent them a demo? Or
Yeah,
something
that's
and
it.
Yeah, that's
okay,
it.
nice. Dang. High anticipation.
Yeah, it's different. It's just a different vibe, like from what we've been releasing.
Nice. And are you guys planning more videos? Because I wanted to ask the Nightfall video is like Act 1.
Yeah.
Is there like multiple acts, or is that story gonna kind of continue?
Yeah, it should. And like those acts exist, but it's almost like what I was telling you, like songs start cutting in line type of thing to come out, and like the acts kind of got buried. Like even one of the songs we're gonna play today, it's called "Cold Like Me." Like we haven't released it, and it's probably one of the first songs I ever wrote.
Oh, wow.
And that was an act at one point, but then it was like, you know, then everything else took over, and I just left that. I do want to follow up on that eventually, but it's not something I'm thinking about yet.
Got it. Okay, nice. And then the live video that you guys put out, like live at the Fox Theater. Who did that video?
Justin from
Yeah,
Vertigo
yeah.
Volumes.
Justin Latourneau.
Yeah, shout
Okay.
out Justin.
Yeah.
It's a god right there.
Dude, seriously, his
Dude
videos
kills
are
it.
crazy.
Yeah, and his short films are really good too.
Mhm.
I've seen some of his short films, like on to present them like at the Claremont colleges and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's really good stuff.
Nice. Are you guys gonna work with him some more?
That's the dude I plan to work, like to do our videos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there gonna be a video attached to this single that's gonna come out soon?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not the single, but the EP, yes.
Okay.
Because kind of the way that I structure the releases is like I'll release promo videos, but I wouldn't count that as a music video.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be a video attached to it, but it's not going to be a music video.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
Yeah.
something that I'll film. Like, I don't know if you saw the promo video for La Vida No Retoña. Like, it was layered with the
Right.
cover, but
Mhm.
it wasn't like a music video.
Right,
But it's
right,
a promo for it.
Nice.
Then also the tour edit that you did with the song over.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the recap, kind of.
Yeah. I think visuals are important, just
Right.
for, like people to
Yeah.
kind of connect with it.
Definitely.
So you said the EP is gonna be coming mid 2020, or
That's going to be January?
Yeah. Yeah.
probably? Yeah.
Most likely.
Nice. Yeah. Where do you guys record?
Everywhere right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the past few recordings have been like bedroom recordings.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're working
Damn,
with
they
this.
sound great.
Yeah, this engineer is really good, and we've been the last two. Actually, not even, because even the other songs we've done, they were at Sal's house. Too.
Yeah. But the last two we did, the engineer brought his mobile studio
To my
his room.
Oh,
and we
cool.
worked with the acoustics of the room, and just like they came out really good for like.
Yeah, and
we
it's
were-
a tile room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird that we made that happen.
Right. Damn. Would you want to go work in like a professional studio?
Oh,
or
yeah,
do you guys-
of course.
For the EP,
Yeah.
we're gonna do that. It's they're very important songs, and like they need to be perfect.
Mhm.
Like, not saying the other ones aren't perfect, but this has to be like as pristine as possible.
Mhm.
Mhm.
How long is it going to be? How many tracks? Do you know yet?
5 as of right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no more than 5.
Mhm. That'll be exciting. Are you guys influenced by hip hop at all? I saw the Lil Peep cover. I know that I think I heard you talk about it, that you're just kind of a fan of the way that he thought about things and just approached
I'm a huge
music.
fan of hip hop. All I listen to is hardcore and rap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. What type of rap?
So first and foremost, I listen to a lot of Slay Squad. Those are our homies. I listen to a lot of Gucci, a lot of Young Dolph. I'm listening to Key Glock at Young Dolph's tape right now, Dumb and Dumber. I'm really big on that.
Nice. Do you like the baby?
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool. I heard his album didn't do so great though.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
It just came out, right?
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah.
My buddies were talking about it in our chat yesterday, saying,
Nice.
and I trust their opinion.
Right.
So.
Nice.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of hip hop too. I grew up listening to like old school stuff like Tribe Called Quest and like Wu-Tang Clan.
Mm-hmm.
But then I do like Little Uzi Vert and like Lil Peep.
Yeah. Does any of that kind of influence the music that you guys are making, or like will it with the EP? Like any?
I wouldn't say so.
I want to say no.
Yeah.
It's more so just like something I like to listen to. I haven't drawn from. I draw from a lot of things, and I don't think hip hop is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
even
Well, I lied. The reverse vocal effect. The when the vocal comes in like the ghost vocal, that's a hip hop thing. I lied.
Nice.
So there's like like when the vocal when you can hear that it's coming like a train, and then the vocal comes in, you just hear like. I used to do that for songs, and I got that from hip hop. I lied.
Nice.
We definitely like listen to a wide range of music though. Like the whole car ride up here, it started off with Bad Brains,
Nice.
and then it went to Blood Bather, which is this heavy band from Florida, and then into Young Dolph.
Nice.
and then
Into Slow Dive, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you kind of the same like spectrum of music that you listen to?
Kind of, but a little more narrow.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot more like folky indie things. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I know that you had mentioned that you're very goal driven, I think in a past interview. So now that you've played internationally, you've sold out The Smell, you're working on an EP. Are there other, I guess, like, have you readdressed what the next goals are going to be for the band?
Yeah, and it's pretty like it's a interesting goal, which is like I just want to take our sound to a level where when we perform or when you hear our songs, you leave with a heavier impression. Like I don't really have external goals anymore. I'm kind of like got rid of those because it's like the scene's weird, There's like a really big monopoly right now, and it's kind of a difficult time that unless you're willing to like kiss ass or like do these really weird things, you're not gonna move up, And I'm not about that. But what I want to do is just make our sound the best that we can do, Like how far can we take this sonically? Where when we release this, like we're proud of this, and not only that, but when we play, in comparison with a lot of other bands that are highly regarded, people leave with an impression like, damn, like that band was different. That's my goal.
Right, and I look at it like we're a 3-piece. Like, what can we do? What's the most that we can do as a 3-piece?
Yeah. Are there other just like bands in mind that you would love to be on a lineup with?
There's a band that I would love to play with, but I don't think we would fit the bill. But Show Me the Body.
Oh yeah.
I would love.
We could fit the bill.
You think so?
Dude, Vane just played with Soft Kill and Modern Color.
You're right.
They
got invited by Vane.
Yeah, there's like a interesting shift that I really liking in the scene, that it's like having bands that are different genres playing together, and it makes sense because a lot of people right now are open to a lot of different styles. It's like this band has a hardcore band, and then Soft Kill is like, I don't know what they'd be considered, like post-punk or something, but it's Vane and Soft Kill shouldn't be playing together.
Yeah.
But they did.
Yeah.
And they're actually playing tonight. Oh, no, not with Soft Kill, though, huh?
No, not with Soft Kill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Show Me the Body. They use like a banjo, right?
Yeah, the singer uses a banjo. They're 3-piece.
Yeah, they're nuts. I've just seen
Love
like
that
videos
band.
of
The
them.
band's
They're
crazy.
So sick. Yeah.
And Justin from VV just did that edit, like a recap of the shows they've thrown this year so far. And they used our song, but it's really cool to be in the edit with Show Me the Body footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sick.
Definitely. That was at their like 1720 show, right? Have you guys played that warehouse? I've never been.
Not yet.
That was the only time I've been there.
Okay.
Went to that
You went
show.
just for the show to watch.
Yeah, but I want to play there. The sound in there is really great.
I'd want to play with Basement.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
playing with Basement would be pretty cool.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Or like Turnstile. Because I mean, Turnstile and Turnover play together, and Turnover's sound has really changed from what they originally started. It just went really soft, and it's like so that I feel like we could play with other bands even if we don't fit the genre.
Right. Yeah, I have been noticing that more too, actually.
Yeah.
And then I know you're mentioning the scene, like being from the IE. I mean, you grew up in Pomona, right? And from Rialto. And where'd you grow up?
In Riverside.
Riverside. Cool. Do you prefer like the IE backyard scene to like the LA scene, or is there really even a difference?
There is a big difference.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's different. I do like the LA scene, and I could be biased, but there's just something about throwing a house party in the IE on a big property that doesn't get shut down with a bunch of cool people, you know, people on drugs, being safe, having a good time, in comparison to like having to come to LA and play like in a little bar where like, and then I don't know why, but when I've gone to shows in LA, like LA people like to just like stare and not move, and I don't know why that is, but
That's not always the case though.
dude, I saw Sextile and no one was dancing, to the point where even the drummer, she was like, "You guys can dance" in the middle of the set. Like, you shouldn't have. Their music is to dance, and people weren't dancing. Like, obviously, if you go to house shows out here, yeah, people like to dance and stuff. But in the band scene, if it's not moshing, it's hard to see people interacting or dancing or being too afraid to dance, or they don't know how to dance. I don't know if Ali doesn't know how to dance, or I don't know. It's just
This guy knows how to dance.
it's just different.
This guy has the moves.
It's different. I don't know, but I do like the IE house scene.
Yeah. No, I do notice that. And Aaron was actually telling me he went up to Portland to shoot a band, and the guy was like, "Yo, like I don't even want to come back here because like the whole crowd was just still like the whole time."
And
I don't know if
that
it
makes
is
you,
this.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
That
please.
makes you feel weird as a performer. You know, like if the crowd doesn't have a good reaction, kind of.
Right.
That feeds off onto you.
Right.
You know.
Because you guys, it's important to like feed off each other's energy.
Right.
Do you ever get like worried though during like mosh pits or anything? People
No.
are like tripping over themselves. Or
I do sometimes. I feel bad. I think a girl at our last show, like someone stepped on her head, but she got up and kept moshing. So like obviously she was okay and she knew what she was signing up for. But then you just kind of like make. That's why I also like I just don't like moshing where there's people in there that like they want to hurt people. That's like their
Right.
goal. It's like you're not even enjoying the song or having a good time. Like you're just trying to see who you can elbow in the face or who you
Right.
can kick. Like
Right.
I don't think that's cool.
There was one time last year I kind of got a little worried. Ran Ferry's girlfriend, she was at our 1 year Sin show, and she was by the side of the stage, kind of like, I don't know if she was sitting on the stage or just kind of hanging out right there. But then our friend Hemo and Slay Squad was just going wild, and I love him for that. And then I remember I saw somebody jump over Bev and kind of like knocked him or something like that, and I knew she was right there, but he was going so crazy he didn't see her, and I was like, while I was playing, I was like, yo, like, just relax a little, relax a little.
At that same show, there was a guy who kept stage diving.
And he was a big dude.
Yeah, and like not
A
like
big
stage
dude.
diving, but like flipping, had like flipping, and I was seeing him take out people. Like it was like, oh well, there went someone, you know. So yeah, I mean, but it's a show.
Yeah.
I think
that was an awesome show too. It was a great show.
Shows with high energy. You kind of have to be ready for just about anything.
Yeah.
You know.
That was at the rooftop.
Yeah. And if you're not, you should just, if you're not ready for something like that, you should go towards the back. It's a really easy fix, you know. If you want to be in the front row and you come sign up for something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely. Cool. Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. For people to find you, I mean, I'll put links in the description of the video, but it's just sinpassion.com, right?
Yeah.
And like, I was never in love on the socials.
And sin.passion for the band Instagram.
Cool. Awesome. Well, yeah. Thank you guys for joining. If there's anything else you wanted to mention or say, otherwise we'll get into some tunes.
Let's do it.
All right. Cool. We'll get into some music right now. Thank you. Sweet.
We're Sin Passion here in Inglewood, California, and this song's called Cold Like Me. I meant what I said, so why should I apologize? But I'll drown in your pain if it'll help you sleep at night. When you called, I was there. Did you forget? You stressed over a cigarette. How did it feel to love someone like me? Heartless and cold. Was it what you needed it to be? No need to speak, there's nothing to explain. The memories that remain were washed out by the rain. from the sun, 'cause in the dark is where I wanna be. How did it feel to love someone like me? Heartless and cold, was it what you needed it to be? We can die together. This song's called La Vida No Retoña. Día tras día de no saber quién soy, lo oculto detrás de la máscara de mi oscuridad. En el viento del ayer aprendí a sonreír.